One of the most elite, scientific, skillful MCs in the game who came out with her own style. I can look at this list and tell you the style that most of these artists were influenced by. But you can't tell me a style that this MC was influenced by. She created her own style. I got to know her through my brother, the one and only DJ Clark Kent, rest in power.
Yes.
And I remember the day he called me and he just banged my ear like, yo, Sway, blah, 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 you gotta. And I'm like, Clark, come on, man. I know it's me, dog. We've been doing this for decades.
Right.
You're not going to convince me, right? And then her uncle, Chino XL, called me rest in power. That was my brother as well, and gave me her history. Like, nah, man, since she was little, you know, and I'm not going to tell you because Chino would not give anybody props unless they deserved it.
Right.
And then I got a chance to hear her. And honestly, I haven't been as involved in her progress as I possibly could be because I enjoyed watching her
I just said it.
as a fan, like, and watching her figure it out, going from social media clips and doing poetry and making herself extremely popular that way, but using her intellectuality to know how to make that into a brand and then go against the grain and do it her own way and build up her own foundation and not being thirsty. Not chasing anything, and then putting out projects that count. There ain't 1,000 projects you're going to get from her, but the ones that you do, they definitely count. That Soul project was one of my favorites, especially when it starts off with that intro. That Never song you did, too, it was one of my favorites as well. But we watch her devour microphones over the years. I didn't even ask her to come up here to rap.
Right.
I reached out and said, damn, we got to get together. I miss you.
I miss you.
And she said, Sway, I'm about to fly out of town, but I'll stay an extra day to come and talk with y'all. Please welcome somebody who should be on a real list. The one and only Lady London is here.
Yes. Our little sis, man. For real.
Yo,
Where's she from, Sway?
Her mama.
Wow. After the stunt you pulled with Ryan and we had to hear about Oakland.
Yeah.
You see?
Where you from originally?
Big Jersey, you know.
Oh, damn.
Starring.
You could start set
I
tripping.
keep trying to tell you about female rappers from Jersey. It's different.
But is it, though? Is it?
It's up there. I mean, we got Lauren, we got Latifah, we got Heather B. You know, we got Whitney. So, I mean, we not even talking about rappers. We got Whitney.
That's true.
Like, Whitney around the corner, too. Right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Did y'all live in, so you East Orange and you?
I was Jersey City.
Jersey
But
City.
it's not far. It's
not
not.
at
It's
all.
over a bridge.
Yep.
Did you feel the influence of Jersey female MCs coming up? It's like you could have went a whole nother route.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really interested in that growing up, but I always loved hip hop. Like, I didn't think I was going to be in it. I just was always surrounded by it, you know, from my uncle to, you know, being in Loud Records when I was younger, moving around, just being in the New York City area during hip hop's renaissance.
Yeah.
That's all you know. That's all you felt, you know? So I didn't think I was going to be a part of it, let alone make a staple here like this. So
Yeah, you made a huge staple. It's hip hop has changed though, you know, from that time to now, and I often, even as a veteran, you know, I humble myself a lot, and like I don't feel like I know everything,
Right.
or that I have to know everything.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just curious to you right now, having gone through that renaissance, and now you're a big factor in the hip hop culture. How has it changed for you? Does it look the same? Does it feel the same? Like, what is it now?
hip hop is such in a weird place, I think, right now. I won't say weird, it's changing. It's always the movement in it. And this may get me in a little bit of trouble, but I would say rap is the only sport where the people who good don't get no playing time.
Wow.
Like, it's probably to me at least. I would love to see a little bit more inclusion and a little more diversity in the space. So yeah.
I was thinking of you. I want to say it was the Never song where they correct me if I'm wrong, where there's a part where people are just kind of ridiculing you about the sound of your voice.
Yeah,
all the time, right? And is she gonna write another book? Did she really go to medical school? All these different things. And then I was looking at Will Smith's album.
Okay.
Brand new. I don't know if you heard it yet.
I didn't get a chance to, but I've been seeing clips.
Okay, and it's the intro of his album. He does the same thing. He confronts every criticism that he's received in the past few years head on, right? Is that why you did that? And do you still get these criticisms?
Absolutely. The criticism continues to roll in, but I mean, critics without credentials, right? It is what it is. It's something that I've grown tougher skin for. But I think purposely with Never, I structured it where in the beginning of the song you hear all this ridicule, and at the end of the song you hear all this praise. And so that basically was me showing the duality of how I think the world eventually can see somebody. Like, you can start as somebody's biggest critic but end up really deep inside you're actually a fan. So I kind of want to create that environment where it's like you go from hating to praising or whatever. But I mean, I still face it head on. And the crazy thing is, it's like almost you beating somebody to the punchline with something. If you address it in your music and you address it in your art form, it's like, I said it so y'all don't have to keep saying it. I hear the critic. I hear y'all. I get it. I can see what y'all saying about me. So I love that he did that. That's important.
Yeah, you got a what is it, True Story? What's the name of the album?
Based on a true story.
Based on a true story.
Yeah, Will
That's
Smith.
a good album title.
That's
really
a great story. Do you seek out validation with your music?
Not anymore. I think validation is for parking, not people. I'm seeking an affirmation from a higher power. I think this was the seed that was planted in me. That before it was 10 people, before it was 100 people, before it was 1,000 people or 10,000 people that supported me, the seed was planted in me, and with or without them here, it will still be in me. And I think I have to keep that level of almost delusion in order for me to not to fold under the pressures of what it takes to make it here. Like, as long as I know this is mine, this is my seed that was planted to make a harvest here, then I gotta just go in that space.
Lady London, yo, Heather B, I swear, man, I feel like I need you for a therapist.
Go talk to the lady.
Yeah, talk to the lady, because you always, I'm so super proud of you, and then those guys, I want to go too deep in it, but because I'll tear up, but those two men, were very special to me, obviously. And so, but I watch you and it's like, man, Niece always really got it together.
Yeah.
And I remember reading, and correct me if I'm wrong, that when you got baptized, right? How old were you, 23?
23, yeah.
23, you made a decision to get baptized. And that's an age where people are really running amok.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
What drove you, what made you decide at that time in your life to do that? And then I want to ask you how your spirituality plays a part in your creativity.
I don't think you come to repentance without something escorting you there. So I had, my knees in the dirt. It was so much going on, and I felt like I just didn't have no direction. I had no source. Like, I would go through things, and I didn't know where to direct my request to. Like, I didn't really grow up in like a super religious household. It was like very kind of like, do what you do, be who you are. I want you to, be expressive of that. But I think, I don't know, something happened pivotal, I feel like, in my college time around like 1920, and I just went on a journey there where I wanted to learn everything. I read the Bible full through and through. I wanted to understand all the elements of it before I committed myself to doing it. And I got baptized September of that year, September 23rd or something like that. And then as far as like how it moves in my music now, it's everything. It's literally how I navigate everything, like from the titling of my albums to the transitions, the interludes. Even my album that I'm working on right now, it begins with God and ends with God. It's like the intro and the outro, the alpha, the omega, the head and not the tail. Just like my spirituality is the soul backbone of who I am. It's my identity. Yeah.
If you have friends who are on that frequency, or even men, do they still have a place in your life?
That are on what frequency?
That's they have faith. They believe. They're a believer.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. You have to be in order to be around me.
Okay.
I think there has to be some type of belief system in place. Whatever that is, just make sure you believe that there's a higher source. Because if you don't have no belief in that, I don't see how far friendship, relationship, anything like that can go with me. Because you'll just look at me like I'm crazy. And I know I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
So.
You got a crazy outfit on today. She girled out right now.
love it.
You knew where you was coming today, huh?
I love it. The microphone and everything.
I'm screaming. Shout out to Custom Creators in Atlanta for doing this custom for me. I appreciate it.
You also have a savvy sense for business. You know, is what I noticed. And the business it constantly evolves. Like you gotta find your way in. You know, how to fit in. If you were to be interviewed now by a group of up and coming artists, what would be the things you would tell them to watch out for? Make sure you do this, and this can amount to this. This is how you actually make money today. You could get a lot of views, but you ain't gonna make a lot of money. Like what kind of things have you learned around in the course of your career?
I think the most important thing for an artist to do is understand that artistry goes beyond your creation, like beyond your music or whatever. First, you're an artist, then you're a brand, and then you're a business. Okay. And if you structure your life like that, you have infinite potential. Excuse me. Man, it's so much. Consistency in anything is important. Establishing yourself as a brand allows your reputation to stay in rooms for longer than you do. So if you have like this great way that you brand partner with people, then other brands will want to partner with you forever. All your money is in brand partnerships.
Okay.
It's in touring. It's in merchandise. Product is key. Making sure you're always selling something, even if it's not under your name. You can sell anything and be the face of a product that you're, like not necessarily like a public owner of, if that makes sense. There's no money in music.
There's
the
no
actual
money.
Music.
Yeah. There's no money in music.
There's no money in actual music because in the digital era that we're in now, streaming era.
Yeah.
I want people to understand it takes 80 streams on Apple Music to make $1. You have to listen to this song 80 times to make $1.
Wow.
So if you understand that,
who's listening to the same song 80 times?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what the machine is. That's where you get people to like all the bots to listen to all your stuff a million times. That's how you get it up. But if we just looking at the streaming numbers, we're not in a place where music itself grosses from streaming. So you have to have physical copies purchased. You have to have merchandise. You have to tour. You have to do brand partnerships. And you have to establish yourself beyond your artistry.
So what is the music? It's just like a billboard, or is it It's
your foundation. It's what you market. It is what your face is too. But it's not the way you make your money.
Right.
And that's the worst case scenario is somebody who invests fully only in their music and have no other ventures, because you'll be dead broke. Dead broke, because what you put into music you don't always get back. You almost never get back.
Never get back. When last time you been dead broke? How long ago was that?
Ooh. Dead broke?
Broke.
Not too long ago. Maybe 2019. Maybe
2019.
Yeah.
6 years ago, she said not too long ago.
Yeah, that wasn't too long ago.
Yeah.
Well, once I got emotion in it, it worked. And I mean, Clark Kent used to tell me how to, manage my money all the time. If you can't buy it 10 times, don't buy it once. It's like a stick. I can hear his voice in my head saying it 1,000,000 times.
Yeah.
He's like, and I remember telling him like, I heard twice. I heard if you can't buy it twice. He was like 10 times. 10 times.
That means you can't afford it.
Yeah. You can't afford it. He was like, even if it's down to a McDonald's fry for $1, if you don't have $10, you can't have that fry. And it's something that like stuck with me like constantly. You know what I'm saying? So
Clark said if you can't buy it 10 times.
Yeah.
You can't
afford it.
You can't afford it.
Can't afford it.
Write that down. Shit,
Oh, Sway, you the main one about the fries. That's all you buy is food. Right.
Also, lunch on
always lunch on. He will buy you food.
No, I need you to buy her groceries to get my food.
Talk to your man.
Because I've been meaning to go stop by to get a head of beef plate. Please.
Anytime. He's there now. We actually live in the same building across the hall from each other. And I went to sleep.
Y'all cannot separate.
It's him. It's not me. It's him. It's this guy. I went to sleep last night with him on my brain as he closed the door. Did somebody call me to come eat? That was the last thing he said last night. I had some. I made some rice and peas and brown stew fish. And he said, did somebody call me?
Oh, my God.
Nobody called him. Well, actually, Kalani called him, but I didn't.
Somebody called me. Where my phone at? Because I'm going to show you what the meal look. We got time.
Wow, Sway. You really need to get your life together.
Wait, so drop the address because I'm not too far. I'm right in Glendale.
Hey, so you're here.
In Glendale?
Yeah, I've been here for 7 years, but I own another house in Texas too, so I'm kind of back and forth.
You
Why
heard
Texas?
that? Wait, hold up.
Oh,
She owns
on
another
another
house,
house.
man. Get that round of applause. That's what I was trying to get to. But go
Why
ahead.
Texas?
Cost of living. I've just created a peace oasis there that I just really enjoy. So
Was it a place that you visited and fell in love with, or somebody just said, this is the spot where you need because I'm always curious how we pick places that we're not from to live. Like we're in California. Well, I'm in California because of work. I've always loved it in the back of my mind, but I'm here because I work. And deep down, I always knew God told me I would live here one day. He told me that. Didn't know how long it would take, but it happened for me.
Okay.
What was the inspiration behind Texas?
I actually was in a relationship 2 years ago, and the guy who I was with, I remember 3 months into us dating, I was like, yeah, you can't come over here because there's bills everywhere. You gotta have to pay some bills for you to come over my apartment, right? It's a funny joke now,
right.
But whatever. So he's like, man, how much this little rent? Whatever.
Right.
So he ends up paying my rent or whatever, and I remember him texting me and being like, you don't want to own something? I feel like, we paying into something that you don't have, you don't have ownership of. He was like, I'd rather buy you a house. This is, whatever. So I had always kind of wanted to get real estate in Texas. This is crazy. No, for real.
Just something in your spirit.
I wanted to get real estate in Texas. I felt like you can actually own there. Where we from, a lot of people don't own, for your whole life. So we ended up going down there looking at some properties. We were picking some out or whatever. And he was actually murdered that same year.
Oh my
So
goodness.
in the midst of the process, I continued on to source a house and just saw the vision through. So that's really that was the whole thing. It's okay. It's all right. But
Right.
it's I have so many protectors in the spiritual realm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the last year and a half for me has been okay, just
Yeah.
give me 2 seconds to get my foot in a good place. But so I just saw out the vision thoroughly, and I think I have a special hedge of protection there for that exact reason.
Amen.
Yeah.
I like how you say that, the protectors in the spiritual realm.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I tell people all the time when they say, what's been the key? What do you think the key of your longevity has been? And I said, my protectors that follow me in my spiritual realm. My
100%.
spiritual realm is how I find balance. And I thank you for saying that too, because that helps me out, because some of your protectors are my brothers.
Am I your protector across the hall with the food?
Yeah, well, look, let me show you this,
'Cause
Lady
I'm
London.
figuring
Look
out
at this.
the
This was
visits.
Kalani, who's right there, is texting me this. Hey, Unc,
Oh my
this is what
God.
we're eating tonight. And so
I didn't get no text. I didn't get no nothing.
I wasn't gonna text
That
you.
looks so
But
good.
Wow.
but
Here-
I was eating at Raw Feast.
Okay.
You know Raw Feast?
I'm very familiar.
Yes. Last night in
Okay.
Glendale,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was full. So I didn't get this meal that Heather cooked.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she does this all the
So
time.
instead, you said I'll be over tomorrow, which is today.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna eat it
So
today.
what's the meal today?
He getting leftovers. I'm not thinking about him. I ain't thinking about him, sis.
She's thinking about herself. She ain't even thinking about me either. All right.
So what's the meal? Asking for a friend.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it.
When you leave?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Done.
Done?
That's listen.
Y'all talk
I
off
love
that
her.
Jersey.
I love her.
Jersey.
I love it here.
Jersey. Yo, Tracy all the way in New York with Mike Muse. Tracy, you want to dive in this?
Yeah, absolutely. Boo, we rock with you so easily.
Yes.
I love hearing from you. I love the intellectualism you have, the layers that you have. I think it's important that you naturally showcase the range of a woman, because you have very boss energy, and I feel like you can tap into your divine masculine. That doesn't take away from you still being a woman, but then there's also a tenderness, and we know that our femininity can show up in different ways depending on the room that we're in, depending on what we're creating. How do you feel how would you define your femininity as an artist, and your femininity when you're at home, when you're with your core intimate crew? Talk to us about that.
I think that femininity as a whole blossoms when you feel safe. I think it opens itself up to a comfort zone. And so definitely when I'm amongst familiar spirits, I'm always in my divine feminine. I feel like I'm always just kind of maneuvering in a very like soft and nurturing way. I'm also a super Cancer, so you know the vibes.
Water
You know,
sign.
Yeah, so it's
You know
I'm
why I
definitely
know.
the mother. You know, I'm a big sister. I'm the oldest. You know, so it's a lot of things that I just feel like have nurturing motherly qualities as it is. But in my music, I love to be the soft spoken like maniac. Like I cannot believe that's what you just said out of that little voice. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's important to me. I can't help the fact that my voice is light, but I'm gonna say something that make you feel like, okay, well, soft spoken, but you heard me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I think I think I have a great duality of that. You know, to be hard and soft at the same time. It's a good like sweet and sour mix.
It makes me think of Sway when we were talking about the importance of spending time in nature. If Sway likes to show off about all his makeout sessions with Mother Nature and how she be kissing on his skin.
Ew.
But you know,
Ew.
even though Mother Nature is gorgeous
I'm screaming.
and creates, you know, the butterflies and the lakes, but Mother Nature also lives within the tornadoes as well. That is still like Mother Nature, and I think sometimes we forget that. And so when that manifests through like a female artist and she does something that maybe is very provocative or showcases that she also owns a spirit of bravado, it makes people uncomfortable because they only see one side of us as nurturers.
Yeah, I agree. And I too love the nature. Well, not super nature. I like water. I like the sound of water. I like being next to water. I love the frequencies that exist in it. Not so much the dirt. I don't really into that side of
That's your thing.
but
You ain't grounding much.
I'm water sign, not earth. No camping, no glamping, no none of
None
it
of
for
that.
me.
You ain't going fishing.
Damn. Bring the fish back though. I like some fresh food, but I'm just a girl.
Are you excited about the tour, and how did that come about?
I'm
Because that's
so
coming
excited.
like in a couple weeks.
I'm so excited. I'm equally as nervous. It's a lot that goes into a tour. As you guys know, I'm doing all 33 cities, and so
Dope. I didn't know that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
man.
doing all 33 cities. This will be my first time on
blessings,
road.
blessings. Yes.
Thank
This your first time on the road.
Yeah, this is my first time like in a series. I did like a 4-city tour last year that was like, okay, get a little taste of how whatever. But this is my first time. I'm opening for Coco Jones. She's incredible. I just hope
we
to
love
be-
her.
Man, I just hope to be an asset to the tour for real. You know, like, okay, bet. Y'all are a great pairing. I want people to make sure like when they come out, if they didn't know me before, that it becomes one of them experiences that's like, okay, I'm a fan now, you know? That's the goal. Actually, it's so funny because I seen Guap Dad yesterday.
Yeah.
And
You know where you from, Heather?
oh
Sway,
Lord.
I told you.
I'm just
I know,
curious.
it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad here.
Curious. I'm
I
curious.
seen him yesterday at this Puma event, and he was like, man, you about to go out on the road, how you feeling? I was like, I'm good. I was like, you have any advice? He's like, nah, not really. And we ended up having a regular talk or whatever, and he's like, I will say, not every city gonna like you. Like, you're not gonna get every like the love that you expect in every city, but don't take it personal. And I was like, why you say that? He was like, I went out on the road with Wale, and you know, people that came to see him. He was like, so I had to understand that, you know, it wasn't really my show. He was like, so I didn't really take it too crazy. He was like, but if you can grab 10 people, 15 people in the audience, grab them. He like, meet me at the merch table. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you can with what you have. You know, control the controllables with that. And so he was like, and there'll be cities where people really like you as much as they like Coco. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta know how to navigate. And this is the best advice I got because everybody sugarcoats. You know, it's like, oh, tour will be fine. You're gonna have a great time. You're gonna like love the fan, but it'd be nice to hear like, man, one day might not go how I think, and I don't want to internalize it.
Yeah.
So it's funny. I learned a trick. Shout out to KRS-One because it's something that he taught me. He was my music mentor, and that was the first time I've been on tour with him.
Wow.
So what
a bomb. Yeah, that's a bomb.
No, well, what it was, I didn't. So there was no social media. There was no way of building yourself up. I didn't have any followers. I was on a bonus track on his edutainment album. Nobody knew who the hell we were.
Yeah.
But what I learned through him on this tour, he was like, your strength is in your lyrics and your voice. Write acapella freestyles. And at any given moment, if you know you got that freestyle in the back of your head in any city, You could drop a beat, you gonna win that crowd over.
There we
Because
go.
they may not know your music. But if a freestyle and you kicking some bars, whatever it is, you gonna win that crowd. Now they listen to your music. So nobody ain't got to tell you to write. You already got that gift that God gave you.
Right.
Have that in the chamber as well. Because the sound may go out. This may happen. Somebody may not be feeling your music, to Guapdad's point. But when they realize that you could spit, it's over. Game over. Cut all this shit off and listen to me spit something.
Right.
You got them. So take that gem. There's a KRS-One gem.
That's real.
That's yours now.
I
Take
appreciate
it. Put that in
that.
your crown, sis. You deserve it.
That tour kicking off in May, by the way.
Yes.
Okay. Mike Muse, you want to jump in?
Yeah, I've been really enjoying this conversation. I have a question for you because you seem so very centered. You mentioned that the spirituality and the ancestors protect you. I'm just curious, in the physical realm, do you have a group of friends and family that centers you? Because it seems like it's coming from a source from somewhere. You don't have to name names, but I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. My family, my sisters, my grandmother, my mom, just like the chosen family that I have here in my camp, they keep me grounded. We all pray together. We're all very, very aligned in what we do. I don't have like celebrity friends. I have like friends that I've been friends with for years. I mean, 10 plus years. Went to college with, have experienced real life, trials with. I think if people can't be along for the drive, they shouldn't be there when you park. So I'm in a very like specific like space of who I have around me, because I don't want to win and look around and see that nobody who I anticipated this win with is around me anymore. So
Real.
yeah, I mean, I'm I'm extremely centered. Well, at least I try to be as much as possible. Touching grass in a very like not actually touching grass way, but you know what I mean. Like
It shows.
I try to stay. Thank you so much.
Even in your
right.
your choice of words, you're very measured with your words.
Thank you.
She's like you, Mike. She's very intelligent and educated. How was it? Howard University?
Of course.
There you go. HU.
You know?
Is that
You
the
know
real
what I
HU?
am
Is
now?
that the real HU?
Yeah, it's the only.
you-
Harvard not even as HU as us.
Man. I take pride in that. I'm a HU dad now.
I know.
Right?
I know.
Oh, I got the
She chose up. I love that for her. It's so lonely at the top. Like she just. I'm so happy you gang, sis. Congratulations, baby Bison. My love.
Her name is Kiyomi. Shout her out for me.
Yeah, shout out Kiyomi. Oh my God, we love you. Baby Bison, HU, the real Howard. You will never experience anything like you are at Howard University. So
Why you say that? Because I was happy when she made that decision, and I've been to the campus a couple of times. Felt like I was back in school, and she's in she's in grad school and going to get her MBA in finance, and she just made student of the week.
there we go.
last week. I don't know if that was important to say to y'all. but
No, that's very important.
You gotta say it.
That's
Congratulations.
incredible.
Yeah, thank you guys. It's like I did it. But the impact of an HBCU, like how does that still play a part in your life today?
Man, it teaches you everything about this world. It's so funny because a lot of people that attend PWIs will insist that like 72% of the world is white, and like that doesn't teach you anything about the real world. In fact, it actually does teach you discipline and tenacity and resilience and fortitude, mental fortitude more specifically, to fight for your place in rooms and for your what's due to you.
Yeah.
It teach you not to feel guilty about speaking out or organizing or taking issue with the conditions of Black people in America and beyond. And it's a place where no one can tell you no. Like, you don't understand the word no at Howard. I speak for Howard specifically. Like, no just means I got to find another way to get this done. Like that. I was told I had 44 credits left to graduate when I was a senior. I called my mom. I told her. She was like, girl, I paid for 4 years, not 5. I don't know how you about to get up out of there, but I'll be there in May. I bought my ticket. Took 23 credits my freshman year. I mean, my fall semester, and 21 my spring semester, and got right over that stage. They were telling me there was a cap, 18 credit cap. Cool. I'm going to overrides after override. I'm going to talk to advisors after advisors, because no is not a thing. And when you transfer that into the real world, you are unstoppable. So
damn, 44
That is
credits.
diabolical.
and working,
23
working in
credits a
the
semester is
interning in the
diabolical.
hospital.
Wow.
Nuts.
You're scary. All right. I want to ask you about one line in the song. Is you crazy?
Mm-hmm.
And you say, what's the line? I wrote this down. You said on the record you rap, I'm a beat to Jay-Z. I didn't get that line.
It's actually I'm a B to a Jay-Z, but yeah.
That's why I didn't get the line.
Well,
Okay,
it could be. See,
okay.
triple entendre. Don't even ask me how.
Right?
A beat to a Jay-Z is like I could pretty much do anything the way Jay-Z does to beats. But I really originally wrote it as a B to a Jay-Z, and by B I meant his wife and $1 billion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
$1 billion. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's nothing. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah. It's nothing. So
nothing.
And so you talked about the album coming,
Mm-hmm.
right? What kind of information can you give us about it?
Oh my God. You can see the growth
Mm-hmm.
in the album. You can see me being stretched beyond my own imagination in it. I broke it up into categories.
Okay.
So it'll be like the cloth talk is what I call it. This one portion of it that's like super elevated. The Jay-Z bag, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like the brunch vibes, and then there's like the pain in it, and then there's the interludes that go in between it, and then it's like this strip club shit. You know what I mean? Like we having fun. I'm having fun with music again.
Good.
Or learning to, because it comes to a point where you get jaded over time. Like, man, I don't know. It's hard to do this. Like people not messing with me. People not whatever. And then it's like, one thing I've learned, if nothing else, is that life is so short.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, one day you can do this, one day you're not. Don't obsess over what you can't control in it. So I just been having fun with this album. It's good. It's gonna be good.
I love it, man. Give her a round of applause, my niece, Lady London, right here. Catch her on tour.
She gonna be on tour all cities, y'all.
All cities. I don't know if you and Coco gonna be around for the BET Awards at all.
Absolutely. We are performing in LA on June 6th. They actually, BET Awards used to be on my birthday, but I'm glad they moving it up.
Okay, so we'll be doing some stuff here. I'd love to have y'all come. We could
pull up.
We got a whole big gigantic studio downstairs.
Oh,
man.
I love that.
We can do performance components, all of that. So J1, our guy, is around here somewhere.
Yes.
If y'all have time, we would love to do something.
Love J1.
Something special. You know J1. So I love to do something special.
That would be
Let's
dope.
Something
do it.
different. All right, we can figure out what that is.
We first met Coco here. She came to the LA studios here. Yeah.
Coco came here and sang. We
Sang
had her do
everything,
something
yeah.
a cappella, something just off the cuff, and that thing went stupid viral.
Acapellas be it though.
That be
I'm
it.
trying
Maybe
to.
it.
KRS-One told me that in 1990.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, we got to get one in. We got to do something.
Yeah, you ready? So not now, but when then.
I can do one now.
You can do one now?
do one now.
Oh, man, that's
Let's
my
do one
niece
now.
right there. Let's do one. Okay. All right, let's go. Wait, hold up. Welcome to the Valley of the Hyenas. Lady
A
London.
lady hyena.
Acapella.
Screaming. I just want to dedicate this to Clark Kent, the infamous, and my uncle, Chino XL. Keep it real, this death shit been hurting a minute. 'Cause people I climbed the steps with further ascended. I never questioned the Lord or the purpose intended. I just wonder why he did it when the work wasn't finished. It's been a hell of a year, this level of stress. And since I never say a word, I bet you never could guess. I see the ink and let it bleed. But nevertheless, don't wear my feelings on my sleeve. Them bitches never could dress. Look, I got visions of my uncle in suspension. I know it's hard to mention. I'm picturing my name scripted in his final sentence. Like, I miss you and I love you. I'm sorry I couldn't hug you, but I just been in a struggle so long I don't have the muscle. I believe him because I'm grieving with him, trying to reason with him, tossing, turning in my sleep. Wish I could see what he was missing. I'm so sorry that I couldn't know. I didn't know. For every time you said you couldn't come and I didn't go, mentally gone for real. They took Uncle Chino. They took Clark for real. That put the needle in my heart for real. I see how people could go dark for real. I know a loss could kill when I'm having an off day. I think, what would Clark say? You keep the focus and I'll pray. 'Cause cheeseburgers are good, but God's great. It was like that with him. I couldn't fight back with him. I tried to quit this rap shit. He brought me right back again. It was almost like he had me by my ear. We need you here. And I ain't only talking Lady London. I mean Zaire, Jehovah meetings. These are rooms you deserve to be in. Top 5 that are alive on the road to being. Y'all believed in me when nobody was. Seen the vision back when nobody could. So I guess I'm good if y'all good. I love y'all. Forever.
Wow, man. My gosh, Lady London, man.
Yeah.
God bless you, man. Give it up for
Of
Lady
course.
London. Give it up for Lady London, man. Hold up. Give me a tissue, brother.
How when I need one? We go everybody in here.
Can I give you a hug, niece?
Yes,
Yes,
Come on,
man.
baby.
Yes, man. Yes,
Come
yes.
on.
Lady London, she is going
Love
to be
you.
on tour
Love you.
with
Okay.
Coco Jones. It's kicking off in May. It's going to be incredible. Album is dropping, and as I said, she's a lyricist. Every city, come get those bars, man.
Man, y'all also got to tune in. I got a documentary coming out on
Oh, what?
Tubi. Yes, produced by Macro on Tubi, coming out around the same time as the album. So we looking at that August, September. I want y'all
Okay.
to tap in.
We in there.
Yes.
Yep.
Come talk to us. We'll
Yeah.
talk to you as an actor next time.
There we go. There we go.
Okay.
Well, it's a documentary, so it's following my album process of it.
okay.
And so it's called Always, Lady London.
All right, Kev. If you need a narrator, a voice on there, I'm always, here
You know?
for you. All right.
You know what I'm saying? Might have to tap in.
You know, let me know, man. Give it up for Lady London.
Yes.
Catch her on tour. The tour
Yes.
kicking off in May. Is
Yes.
you crazy?
I love y'all.
That's the new
Love you
single.
too.
Love you too.
Yes.
Love you too. And congratulations on everything that you're doing. You got an amazing team.